Hey guys, AJ here. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a little while since I've posted on this channel. I've been a little sick as of late, but we're just going to jump into this. I was doing a little bit more research on Mr. Bald Beaver Hunter, and I was going through the whole list of, Predo guys here, and every now and then I'll come across a guy that I completely don't remember. And I've seen these episodes like hundreds, if not thousands of times. And this guy was Todd Lewis. I don't remember him at all. He must have completely slipped my mind. It's crazy. So I was going through this chat log here, and you know, it's like some of the stuff that's in here, and then some of the stuff that I read about on Reddit and stuff. You would think that I would remember, maybe that it's been that long or whatever, but this is pretty cool because it's like seeing part of a new episode. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember this guy. So I was reading through the chat log, and once again, I was never really one to read through the chat logs, so reading through the chat logs is still brand new to me. But this is the guy. He was part of the Ocean City, New Jersey sting, and he was actually already caught being a pervert before. So, and I was reading through the chat, and he says, hold on. Yeah, he goes, do you have a MySpace? Where's that at? And she says, yeah. So, no, she says, so you got a MySpace? He goes, yeah. So he calls himself PS3 player. So everyone calls him the PS3 Predo, right? Which is hilarious. But she says, can I see? And then apparently they don't talk for a little while. And he's like, got booted. Are you there? She's like, yeah, that's been happening to people. He says, that ain't much on my page. And she said, oh, it's cool. He said, just started using MySpace. She said, okay. And he goes, how come you're single? She said, I had a boyfriend. What happened? He was a liar. Lier. And he just skips right past that and goes, that pic on your MySpace page is so sweet. You look older. Because he's trying to, grease her up or whatever. Or he's trying to, make himself seem like Mr. Oh, you're so cute guy. And then he goes, let's get back. Hey, I'm going to let you go. I better before I start asking you things I shouldn't. And she says, geez. He says, sorry. And the decoy is good here. She says, you're the first guy that's talked to me from there since I've been on, LOL. And he says, he falls right into it. I'm dying to ask if you're a virgin and if you like sex stuff and stuff like that, and I can get in trouble for talking to you about that stuff. And she says, how, LOL? If you can, there's lots of guys that could get in trouble, LOL. And he says, yeah, I've already gotten in trouble because some girl told. She says, wow, she did? That's mean. Yeah, she lied and said it was all me because she didn't want her mom to be mad at her. And then she says, that sucks. Didn't you tell him? And he says, they believed her and it doesn't matter who starts it. So he's just admitting that he already got in trouble once. And it's like, is that supposed to like ingratiate himself to this girl or what? But it's just a big mess. And it kind of goes on from there. But let's just jump into the video because I've never seen this guy before. So, hey man, I guess I have like a TCAP blind spot. So let's just jump into this. And thanks to Charles Lee Love for posting this video.
Some brought condoms, but one man brought something we didn't expect. A warning, some of what you are about to see and hear is explicit. Here's Chris Hansen.
I'm looking you straight in the eyes, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm 30. You probably don't want me around you. I'm cute, though. Built good. I can't control my horny level. And when we come back, a man with a dark past rides hours to meet a young girl.
This guy's like, yeah, I'm going to pull up all badass on my motorcycle because I'm a badass.
Home alone.
There was a sexual act between you and a 14-year-old girl.
And another to catch a predator first.
It's like, it's so crazy. It's like, I've seen all these episodes and there are times where I don't remember, but then you see stuff out of order and it just brings it back. And that kid fainting was just hilarious.
For 3.5 days, men have been showing up at our beach house at the Jersey Shore.
Get down! Get down!
And one after the other, they've been arrested by officers from the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office.
There seems to be a compulsion with these folks, and I don't think that they improve with age.
Tom Kelleher is the...
It's funny, if you look at how the cops treat people from state to state, like the Florida guys and the Georgia guys and the Ohio guys, all the rural area guys, they do like a Lawrence Taylor takedown. And then there was one where like the dude was in the trees with like the tree suit or whatever. But the southern states and the rural states, they're not playing, man. Whereas like, I think these guys get it maybe like a little easier. I don't know. And also the charges are different too. In the South and in all the like middle America states in the South, they get like real bad charges. Whereas here it's like a lewd act. Whatever. There it's like attempted child, M-word. So.
Ocean County prosecutor. He says these men won't get off easy.
They've been charged with 2 second-degree crimes, luring and attempted sexual assault, which makes
so you get arrested and you get a face full of sand.
them eligible for anywhere from 5 to 10 years in prison, but they're also going to be classified as Megan's offenders. So
that's right, cry.
They will be under lifetime supervision.
Good.
And that's because of the likelihood that they would reoffend.
Yep.
Which leads us to our next visitor. We know before he ever drives up to the house that 36-year-old Todd Lewis is a registered sex offender.
Yeah.
He's driven 6 hours from Pennsylvania.
6 hours. Can you imagine? I mean, that's really far. 6 hours.
Come on in, thanks. How was your trip?
It wasn't bad.
No? I've always wanted to go on a motorcycle.
I was thinking about that.
Were you?
Yeah, I was thinking about giving you a ride on my sweet hog.
Yeah. Wow.
He's been chatting with a decoy posing as a 14-year-old. Calling himself PS3Player178, he tells the girl he'd love.
I wonder if when he made that screen name, like, he knew that he would go down in infamy as the PS3, like, pedo guy.
But if she gave him oral sex, his girlfriend never did it. And in return, he offers to treat her.
Well, if I would use my fingers and tongue, would be just like sex, but softer.
Might be cool.
He later made...
Imagine the audition that the narrator guy that was on. They were like, okay, so we're going to have to, like, have you read this really nasty sounding stuff, but in a very cheerful way.
a startling admission. He tells the decoy he's been caught before meeting a minor for sex.
She was 14, and she wanted to meet for sex. I got in a lot of trouble. I'm on probation now.
But he keeps on chatting for 5 more days.
5 more days. What a dumbass.
Now he seems to think that he's finally met the 14-year-old in person.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you liked, so I got you M&M's and Hershey.
Oh, nice.
Are they peanut M&M's, PS3 guy?
Nice, thanks. Do you want me to go get you some milk for your brownies?
That would be good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Just don't crack your teeth, buddy.
Are you always so polite?
Yeah?
How's it taste?
No, but she might be, but Chris Hansen isn't.
Taste. Don't you ever see that? Now, what were you doing coming here, Tom?
I was just taking the weekend off, that's all.
Just taking the weekend off.
Who am I talking to? Can I at least ask you that?
I'll get to that in just a minute.
I'll get to that in just a minute. Classic Chris Hansen.
Now, you've been down this path before, right?
Yes.
And tell me about that case.
No, I won't.
I've got the picture right here of you
Doing your thing.
from the Megan's Law website. That's you, right?
Yes.
What were you convicted of? It says sexual assault here.
Correct.
In 2003, he pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl who he had met online.
Dang, pleaded guilty to it, you piece of trash.
The victim said he took her into the woods, engaged in kissing, and she performed oral sex on him.
Man, what a piece of trash.
The girl in that case was how old?
14.
14. Same age as this girl tonight. I got in a lot of trouble. I'm on probation now, so as you sit on that stool right now, you're
That's officially the hot seat, Chris. The hot seat he's
on probation.
Correct.
For having sex with a 14-year-old girl.
No.
For doing something with a 14-year-old girl.
You can say that, yes.
He tells me several times he won't answer my questions until I tell him who I am. Well, he's about to find out.
You tell her.
Lights, camera, action.
You should chat with guys closer to your age.
Please. You know, unless you got cameras running here, there's no reason for this little hysterics.
You must be psychic.
Do you ever watch television?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
No, never.
We have a show called To Catch a Predator.
Right.
And you're on it right now.
This is your 15 minutes
The
of
funny
fame.
thing is, I had a feeling something was up.
And yet you jumped on your hog and you drove on over there 6 hours.
So you had doubts. You'd been in trouble before. You knew it was wrong. Yet you got on a motorcycle and drove 6 hours from Pennsylvania to get here to meet a 14-year-old girl anyway.
I was coming just for something to do.
There was nothing to do with people your own age in Pennsylvania?
I'm not allowed to go to bars, you know, stuff like that. That's what everyone my age wants to do.
Right. You're also not allowed.
So let's think of the logic there. He can't go to bars and do stuff that people his age are allowed to do, so he's going to go talk to an underage person. Let's make that make sense.
To go meet 14-year-old girls for sex, by the way, whether you're on probation or not.
Correct. That is a true fact.
Well,
I didn't realize how short this guy is. I mean, Chris Hansen, I forget how tall he is. I think he's decently tall. I mean, I'm tall. I'm 6'3", so maybe Chris Hansen's like 6 foot or like 5'11". But maybe it's just like his suit and stuff and his hair just makes him seem tall. Plus, he always wears dark colors and has the guy sitting, so he seems more imposing, you know? But I think this dude's really short. You know what I mean?
Todd, there's something you gotta know. As I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and as I mentioned before, we're doing a story about adults who try to meet young teens online for sex.
He gathers up his belongings on a
Don't forget your helmet, buddy.
where as he heads to the door that his troubles have only just begun. This registered sex offender is about to get arrested again.
Police! Now!
They're dressed in black and they come out of the shadows like ninjas.
Hey everybody, an old man's talking.
Just was here to check on her. I wanted.
Yeah, so that's the end of the video. But so apparently this guy, he tried to drag his case out, I believe. No, hold on. Yeah, so he tried to drag his case out. So he got a longer sentence. He got 5 years because he was trying to say no, he didn't do it and blah blah blah. And apparently he's out and he works sweeping up parking lots. So yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy that I don't remember this guy at all. So it's nice to kind of watch something that's TCAP related brand new for the first time. I mean, I've probably seen this, but my brain just kind of checked it out. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. I'll post a lot more regularly. And this is AJ. Stay safe, and I'm out of here.